Hey, what's up, guys? Infinite Growth here. It's been a really long while since I've done a video, but I've been busy. I'm working on big things, and when I say big things, I'm talking about things that it's going to blow your mind. Not necessarily for you, but eventually down the road. I'm working on big contracts and hoping to take this concept that I got worldwide. And I found a niche that is not really touched on so much. So this is a multi-million-dollar opportunity that I'm working on, and I'm working with some partners, and I'm really excited about it. But not only that, I got a lot of other things too. I got things that are growing with my current businesses. I've got other things I'm focused on as well, and we'll get into all of that in just a bit. Because what I want to talk about today is minding your own business. Now, I'm not talking about minding your own business when, you see a couple arguing in the street, or, there's some type of violence going on, to ignore it. That's not the type of minding your own business I'm talking about. But I'm talking about minding your own business. You need to mind your business. What I'm talking about is the business that you do each and every single day. That's your business. It's not my business what you do, just like it's not your business what I do, because we need to mind our own business. See, when you mind your own business, you're able to focus and dedicate time and be committed to the things that you need to do to get to where you need to get to. And that's a big thing today, because a lot of people don't mind their own business. Too many people are distracted with, world events, gossip, everything that they do at work, everything they do after work, whatever they watch on television when they get home, whatever they listen to on the radio, they're all distractions. And, there's a lot of distractions going on today. We have everything that's been going on since late 2019 to current time, and everything else surrounded behind it. So you see, a lot of people they only see the surface, but they don't see what's underneath all of that. They don't see what's behind the curtains. And that could be worrisome, because a lot of people are going to be caught off guard. So when I say minding your own business, you need to make sure you're good first. Because I say this several times, you can't help others unless you help yourself first. You need to be able to help yourself before you can help others. So, and that's been a part of what I've been doing these past probably month and a half, 2 months or so, is minding my business, making sure that I'm going to be okay no matter what weather, no matter what storm comes through. Because at these times, it's almost predictable, but at the same time, you don't know what you're going to get at the same time. And there's a lot of talk about, inflation, shrinkflation, the economy crashing, the dollar crashing, food shortages, water shortages. Are you prepared for any of that? There's talks about civil unrest. There's talks about, just not so long ago, a lot of people are getting evicted. So in about a month or so, you're going to see about 11 and 13 million Americans out on the street because they weren't able to pay their rent, their mortgage. And a lot of people talk that, the real estate, it's going to do well. It might do well because the banks might buy everything up. And but I still think there's going to be a time where the real estate market, drops, and it's going to be a good buying opportunity for you to, buy a home. But for the vast majority of people, we have like record numbers of people on unemployment. People that are going to get evicted, people that don't have jobs, people that are trying to do everything that they can to survive. And then again, there's a lot of people that have job offers but are not taking those job offers because they're relying on the government and the stimulus and the unemployment checks that they're getting, because for some of them, they're making more than they've ever made. But you see, a lot of them are not thinking long term. If they don't get a job now, there's not going to be a job available for them once the economy, I don't know, opens up, or once the government stops giving these stimulus checks. They're going to be caught with their pants down. So you definitely want to prepare, and I rather, there's the saying that says, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, right? And there's another saying that says, I'd rather have something and not need it than to need it and not have it. So my strong recommendation would be to obviously stock up on, a lot of water, stock up on extra food. Because you see, there's going to be a lot of these. There's a lot of, right now, there's like 44 containers off the coast of the Pacific Ocean that they're just stuck there. Now, what are they carrying? And I'm hearing that, especially for the holidays, there's going to be a lot of shortages, and then there's going to be price fluctuations, always increasing, never decreasing. So if you want to do your Christmas shopping, I strongly suggest that you start doing your Christmas shopping now, before the holidays, because the holidays, those prices are going to be dramatically high, because as we know, the container costs to ship from China, Japan, overseas, so over here to the United States, it's gone up dramatically. It's pretty insane. And then there's rumors about the the petrodollar, that it's not even existed any longer, and that we're going to be going to a digital Chinese yuan. So the Chinese people are already ahead of the U.S. because the U.S. hasn't really condoned or regulated the digital dollar space. But I'm sure they have a trick up their sleeve, or it's probably planned that something's gonna balance everything out. But until then, and for the mass majority, they don't know that kind of stuff. They're relying on the dollar. They're investing in the stock market when it's at all-time highs. The stock market's going to crash. It's a bubble. It's just a matter of time. And they're not investing in the right things. You should be investing in gold, silver, cryptocurrency, and certain stocks depending on the technology and the type of company that they are. But that's what I've been working on these past couple of months. Just making sure my stuff is straight, and that we're going to be able to weather the storm, because, like I said, I'd rather have something and not need it than to need it and not have it. And if worse comes to worse, I'll be able to help other people out, in my community. So I feel good about that. So I really suggest that you guys get your ducks in a row and focus on getting the extra food, the extra water. I would say 6 months, 9 months, a year, as much as you can store without it going bad. But you want to make sure that if stuff is close to its expiration date, that you're rotating your pantry. So that's for sure. And then, there's talks about civil unrest, and with everything that's going on, you just want to make sure that your property is secure, depending on what state you're in and what the laws are there. You want to go out and, make sure you have something that it's going to protect you from intruders, protect you from people that are looking for water, looking for food, looking for an opportunity to gain some of your property. I mean, you have to protect where you're staying. So you can kind of see where my mind's been, but I've also been thinking about the future as well. I'm so blessed that I'm working on this opportunity. It's quite a challenge so far, from what I've seen and what I've been learning and what I've been researching and talking to certain individuals, and I'm using terminology that I've never used before. And each industry has its own terms and their own way of speaking, and I'm just glad that I'm able to pick up quick and able to reciprocate that, because it actually looks like I know what I'm talking about. Because I can definitely describe everything in layman's terms, but when it comes to those business meetings, those presentations, sharing your concepts, your ideas, and your model where you want to go with it. There's a certain way of pitching things. And if you don't sound confident, if you don't sound like you know what you're doing, if you don't sound like you have any type of business background, they're not going to give you a chance at all. So that's the kind of stuff I'm working with. I'm working with different CEOs and project managers and things of that nature. And they really like my concept on things. So, I'm influencing a little bit of change, a little bit of different way of operating and working a certain industry. And I think this is going to be awesome. But that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been focused on. I've also been working on growing my current businesses that I have out in Southern California. But the thing is, you're gonna make your situation what you want to make it. For me, it was making sure that I had my foundation covered before I moved on to anything else. And that's why you haven't seen me in a long time, because I've been busy. I've been tired, I've been stressed, I've been feeling anxiety at times. But hey, I'd rather be tired than broke. And I'd rather be tired than homeless. And I'd rather be tired than caught slipping. So you guys need to get your ducks in a row. You guys need to secure yourself for now and between now and the next couple years. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what's going to happen. You see the stuff going on around the world. So you got to come up with different plans for everything. And that's just my recommendation, because a lot of people just focus on the now and not in the future. A lot of people are probably just going to work or not going to work and just doing the same daily routines that they would do before even all this started. If not, they're just increasing it with heavier drinking, heavier smoking, heavier laziness. So my best advice to you is take advantage of the time that we have now before things really get bad. And I'm really hoping that they don't get that bad. I'm really hoping that I'm over exaggerating here. But you just never know. You just never know. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to keep that short. I just wanted to come up here, give you a quick update, letting you guys know that things are great. Things are fantastic. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.